My mom's housekeeper, Sari, told me that I'm going in circles. I called to tell her that I was coming to Miami for a visit, and she said, Sarita, you are going in circle. And I said, I know, Sari, but it's hard. And she said, no mas, Sarita. You have to do something, Sarita. You are going in circle, Sarita. No mas, Sarita. If no door open, you try otra. Little by little, Sarita, you open door. Little door, Sarita. Porque the same thing later, Sarita, is worse than the same thing today. The same thing later is worse than the same thing today. That's like the smartest thing I've ever heard. Think about it. The same thing later is worse than the same thing today. So like if you're fat or unemployed, that's only going to be worse in an hour or a month or a year or a lifetime. Jardy's a genius. She's also a Jehovah's Witness. And I'm thinking that God might be the answer. I met a woman in Union Square who was passing out leaflets, and she shared with me how she found God. She had adopted 11 puppies, but it was too much work. So she prayed to Jesus for some help, and one morning she woke up and a bunch of the puppies had died. And that's how she knew that the Lord would always be there to protect her. I want to thank that lady in Union Square, because she inspired this next song. My friend Susie got engaged to her boyfriend, Dudley. She asked me to be a bridesmaid, but the dress was really ugly. I prayed to God to get me through, and when he dumped her, I said, hey, you, oh Lord, I always turn to you to get me through. I once heard my neighbor Jim watching the porn movies. And one time in the elevator, I know he was looking at my boobies. Perv. I prayed to God to get me through. And when he lost his job and had to move, I said, woohoo! Oh Lord, I always turn to you to get me through. Mary needed a son, so God helped her conceive. Adam needed a wife, so he got Eve from a rib. Mary Magdalene was a whore. Well, she still got her reprieve. So just ask and ye shall receive. 'Cause Jesus, the Son of our Creator, is my full-time life narrator. I got called for jury duty to perform my civil service. But the convict had bad acne scars, which made me really nervous. I prayed to God to get me through. And when he got beaten up in jail, they let me go. Hoop-de-doo! Oh, Lord, I always turn to you to get me through. I was in line at my grocery store getting weak germ and a 40-watt bulb for my reading lamp. But it was taking forever because the woman in front of me had an envelope full of food stamps. I prayed to God to get me through. And when the checkout lady told her they were all expired, I thought, God, you're too good to be true. Oh, Lord, I always turn to you to get me through. Mary needed a son, so God helped her conceive. Adam needed a wife, so he got Eve. Mary Magdalene was a whore. Well, she still got her reprieve. So just ask and ye shall receive. 'Cause Jesus, the Son of our Creator, is my full-time life life narrator. I adopted 11 puppies, but the work was too much for me. I prayed to Jesus for some help, and the next day 11 had become 3. Where did those puppies get to? Well, puppies, Jesus, he had to take you. So while you're hanging out up there with him, would you tell him I say thank you? You know I always turn to you to get me through. Not you, puppies. Oh, Lord, I always turn to you to get me through.